Filipinos are hard workers. They have a strong sense of duty to provide for their families. They are big on community and welcome anyone into their homes, where they will shower them with food, drink, and entertainment. Filipinos are generous and respect their elders, but above all, they are happy, optimistic people. It's a sunny day in Queensland, Australia. We are 2 hours inland where it is usually dry this time of year, but an ample amount of rain has made the air thick and grass green. Today we are joining a Filipina that has been living in Australia for over 27 years. She is valued in her community. She is a wife, a mother, sister, and auntie. She is my auntie, and today she will be passing down her chicken adobo and lumpia recipe.
Belated birthday present.
Oh,
for you
darling,
and
I
Uncle
didn't
Greg.
have
It's just
to.
small. It's just small. Learning Tagalog. Kumusta?
Oh, kumusta? Mabuti. Oh,
Mabuti naman. At ikaw?
At mabuti rin ako.
Aunty Tess and my mom. Aunty Tess is teaching me how to cook chicken adobo and her lumpia. And we're starting with the lumpia because it needs to cool, the filling needs to cool before we can wrap it. So we're gonna make the lumpia, get started on the adobo which has been marinating, and then wrap the lumpia. So
Yes.
what do you want me to do?
You can do the carrots.
Carrot.
I eat lots of vegetables.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Are you gonna put the beans in like that or chop them up?
Chop them up
Why do we call it spring roll, Mom?
English way.
Yeah, so it is really...
Lumpia it's a Filipino way.
This is really Filipino. We help
I know.
everybody in the kitchen.
Look, I've done a full sculpture. This
No,
could go in
you
an
need
art
more.
show. Aunty Tess, who taught you how to make chicken adobo and lumpia? On both of you? Like, was it just an unspoken thing? You just saw it happen and like knew how, or?
Darling, you learn as you go along. You don't
Yeah.
ask. You just
Yeah.
watch your parents cooking, what they put in it, and that's how.
Go from there.
Nobody really teach me how to cook. I taught my sisters how to
Yeah.
cook.
Oh, so they teach one and then that one teaches all the others.
Yeah.
They just Auntie, what we gonna put here? Well, cut everything and mix them, put them in the cooking.
Aunty Tess has taken over and she's doing it about 100 times quicker than when I was doing it.
Auntie
She's just
is
got the
ex-
technique. She's not scared of cutting her finger, whereas I wouldn't hold it like
Oh
that.
yeah,
I'd
you have
too
to be
scared.
careful because they
Yeah, that's
very
deadly.
sharp. Yeah.
Deadly.
This is my water chestnuts. I put them into a mug for me to chop them up into really dice. I do it that way.
Quicker.
It's quicker and it saves the mess.
Yeah.
Well, we got garlic.
We got chicken mince,
Chicken mince, onion,
Onions.
cabbage. Do you go any
Cabbage.
cabbage or you prefer green cabbage?
I prepared green.
two beans. So we cook the onions first together with the garlic,
Yeah.
and then add the chicken mince, and then add vegetable. The mushroom first. I would go.
Yeah.
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 And then we have carrots and mushroom and the
Vermicelli, yeah.
Well,
vermicelli.
you can put them together last.
Yeah.
They
These
don't-
two together.
I'm curious, when do you add the vermicelli noodles?
Yeah.
Like
In
right
the
at the end?
Because
when
that's
it's-
already
Cook.
cooked. I would put that last because you don't have to
Yeah.
cook that.
Yeah, like even when it's about to cool. Like you
Yeah.
just mix it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we'll be cooking and we told you the order. So let's start making the filling.
Yeah.
Some extra virgin olive oil. Is this
Because
one
that's
onion?
need, yes, that's need caramelized.
3 cloves of garlic. So we've got 1 kilo of chicken. So is this 500 grams here?
Yeah.
500 there. We'll check back in when it's a bit more cooked. We've cooked the chicken a bit more. It's more thoroughly cooked. We're going to add 1 cube of chicken stock and black pepper. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce.
Table, I think.
3 tablespoons of oyster sauce as well. The smell of oyster sauce, it just smells
I like it.
delicious.
Yeah.
Look at that. Already that smells insane. We're going to add the mushrooms and we'll let these cook down before adding the other vegetables. Mushrooms are made up of a lot of liquid, so they lose that and shrink in size. Gusto kong kumain ng kanin.
Kanin.
And then Mum was teaching me how to say learn, but I know how to cook rice, don't we, Mum? We're going to add the water chestnut, cabbage,
Yeah.
beans, and carrot. So let's do that. We'll start with the water chestnut. Water chestnut.
They're yummy because when you bite the...
No, I love them. It just
when you
adds
bite
that
the
texture.
spring roll, it's crunchy.
Yeah. It's actually my favorite thing in a spring roll. That texture is so good. It like makes it crunchy, but in a soft crunch.
Yeah.
It's so yummy. We've got the carrot that I worked very hard on.
Yeah, you can mix all together.
Beans and cabbage. And this is a quarter of a cabbage. Right, Aunty Tess?
Yes.
1 carrot, a quarter of a cabbage, and about like a handful of beans. And let's mix it all together. Make sure you mix it well, just to make sure it's all properly combined and mixed in with the sauce. Wow, Aunty Tess, I can't wait to make this at home. So it's all combined. We're going to add the noodles, give it a stir, and then have a taste to see if we need any more seasoning, see if it's missing anything. It'll break up a bit as we mix it around.
You're doing great, darling.
Do you always put this, or do you like change the kind of vegetables you put in it sometimes?
You can just put in
Whatever you feel.
whatever you want to put.
Whatever's in season.
Yeah.
Let's have a taste.
Nice and crunchy. I think fish sauce
Fish
will
sauce,
be,
that'll do. This
will
is
be the
that little
answer.
thing. A little more pizzazz.
Yes.
That
Need more lasa.
Lasa?
Matabang.
Taste.
What does it mean? Taste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? And you would say needs more lasa.
Yeah.
It should be fine. We don't want to be salty either, so.
Yeah. Aunty Tess has mentioned there's a tiny bit too much sauce in the bottom, and I feel like I've ruined spring rolls in the past because it was too saucy. So that's a lesson for myself because I never knew that. There's been times when I've fried them and they've just broken and I didn't know why.
No,
and it
it's
just was
too
much
liquidy.
sauce, too wet.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so big note, make sure that there isn't too much sauce because that can break the spring roll
You
wrap.
cook it.
And also it's only when you cook it because then it like heats up and melts again.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what happened. So yes,
Oh.
we're going to drain it to make sure that does not happen here. And we've decided we're going to keep the sauce and add it to the adobo because the flavors are pretty much what's in adobo as well. Right, Aunty Tess? Like the soy sauce and
Yes, correct.
it'll be just that extra bit of flavor. The adobo is also chicken, so there's that matching flavor as well. Need help? I can do that.
Look at all the good. Wow.
Yeah. And we
Nice,
don't want
isn't
that to go to waste. So
No.
that's all the flavor, all the chicken fat.
Yeah.
Yum. So we've got brown rice, and is that wild black rice or just black rice?
Just black rice
So is that white, brown,
and basmati. Yeah, white rice, basmati,
Yeah.
and a black rice and a brown rice.
Yeah. A bit.
2.5. Actually 3. Because being it's a basmati, you need more water.
It's all in the head.
Once it's boiling, darling, you have to turn it off, remove the lid. Yeah, so it's adobo time.
It's adobo time.
Yeah.
Eating Aunty Tess's adobo is literally my entire childhood and like every connection with the Philippines I had when I was little.
Yeah, you said, Aunty Tessy, I like your adobo chicken. I don't like mommy.
Well, Mom never used to cook it. It's been marinating for how long?
Overnight.
So what is in this?
It's just soy sauce and garlic.
Soy sauce. How many cloves of garlic? Or did you just put whole?
No, it has to be minced.
Yeah. So how many cloves are in there?
4.
And bay leaf.
Yeah,
So soy
bay leaf.
sauce, garlic, and bay leaf. So we'll cook onion and garlic.
Yeah.
And then add this.
As growing up, we just throw everything in the pan.
So you didn't marinate
Just
it.
no, we just put garlic. If we have garlic, sometimes actually just soy sauce. These days we see other people's cooking,
Yeah.
and that's how we do it.
Yeah.
My cousin actually she put coconut cream.
Oh.
We have to try that one sometime.
Yeah, it's crazy how like everyone does it differently, and like going
Yes.
off what you said, it's like they see different people do different things. So over the years, it becomes like a culmination of what they've seen and what they've tried, and like, oh, maybe I'll try this next time. I'll do more of this, more of that. So how did you come to your recipe? Do you change anything now, or is this your
Yes, I
every
put
time?
honey in.
Oh, really?
That's what tastes tasty. Because honey, okay, we'll put this, and then we put the garlic. Okay, then we might
Alright.
put that chicken.
What
Well,
sauce
to
do
me,
you use?
This is like
Dark soy sauce or just...
dark sauce.
I need to have a look. I need to have a look because it's so thick.
So thick.
Yeah, it's a very thick soy sauce. Mine isn't like that. And so we just stir it.
just stir
Unless you
it.
rinse your hands if you want. If you
Smells
know
so
chicken
good.
adobo, you know the smell and the flavour is so distinct. Smell it and you know what it tastes like and you know it's going to be delicious. And so you just keep stirring to make sure all the chicken can cook.
Yeah. Just 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons.
What is this, oyster
Put that,
sauce?
yeah. Dohan. Is that on high?
It's on about medium.
Okay. So put it on high,
High
and then we turn it down to medium later on.
Can I see the soy sauce that you use, Aunty Tess? Mushroom soy sauce. Yum.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's
the
very thick. So I
and
think
it's
I'll try to
tasty too.
find it, yeah. Alright, so medium heat, we're putting the lid on.
Yeah, and then we can do the spring roll.
Ooh. So we have pie,
Yes.
which is fan. We're fanning the filling because it needs to be cooler before we can wrap it. So how much cooler, Mum?
Yeah, just a little tiny warm.
Tiny warm.
Just a little warm.
Okay, so we're gonna pie this until it's tiny warm.
Yeah.
And then we will get to wrapping. So it's boiling, we've taken the lid off and moved it from a high heat to a medium heat. I actually haven't seen rice cooked this way, Aunty Tess. So there's many ways to cook it. Do what works for you, and that's to make sure there's no extra moisture, right? So it's light and fluffy.
Yeah.
So there's no one way to anything in the kitchen.
I cook mine in a lazy way in the microwave.
Yeah, don't even get me started. My
I
mum
never
cooks rice in the microwave.
I
I would
never-
not recommend.
I never cook mine
Me
in the
neither.
microwave.
How long will that take?
Oh, probably half an hour.
Half an hour.
We all cook differently. I
Good
reckon
on
it's
you,
more
Tess.
tastier when you cook it very
Yeah,
slowly.
it has time to like
Yeah.
cook into the meat.
Anyway, we can put the rest of this sauce, Monica. And then once it's boiling, I can put my last touch, which is honey. Honey that I bought from the Sunday market.
How long have you been putting honey in your adobo?
Since you've been eating your adobo.
Because you look up adobo recipes, you never see honey. So that's an Aunty Tess exclusive.
I think at start I used to use brown sugar, but I thought, oh, honey is better than sugar, so I thought that's why I start using honey.
Okay, this is how I do it.
Awesome.
With my technique. Monica, this is how I do it with the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it like that. See?
Yeah. Around, make it nice and snug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ta-da! And
Growing
you
up.
you put your
Your finger in the
finger
egg.
in the end.
Fresh, clean fingers.
Yeah. And roll it like that.
Yeah. Growing up, my mom trying to teach me, it was more of a like, just watch and try to make it your own. But it's all about trying to make it as tight as it can be so that nothing falls out. And what I'm doing here is I'm separating all of the wrappers so that you can just quickly pick one up and it makes it easier so you don't have to separate every time you're wrapping one. I'm also getting cornflour everywhere. I love Mum's knife technique. It definitely allows you to push it in, kind of
Okay, like
getting
that,
rid of
see?
any air.
That's how I do it.
This is another thing that everyone's way of wrapping spring rolls is going to be different.
Yeah, they're all in different shape.
Yeah, a different shape, different like tightness, and like some do them really skinny, some do them really fat.
Well, have a look at your mom's. Mine is more like round.
I like yours, Aunty
Hers
Tess.
is
Mine is
bit
the best
flat.
one.
A bit flat like her nose. I love you, Sissy.
I love you, Tuti. Oh, this is so much fun. My Dora. Can you imagine this? This is actually, she come out of me.
I know.
Not long ago, you're only 13.
I know, and you were getting married.
And you actually like Aunty Tess girl way back.
I know. Oh, going to your house was some of the best memories of my childhood. Looking forward to Milo, and obviously not seeing you all the time, you would always like do whatever I requested. Like you'd have Milo ready for me, and you'd
Milo
have
for
adobo
breakfast.
for me,
You used to
karaoke.
shower with that, everything.
I
Auntie,
know.
you get really excited actually every time you.
I know, I would. I remember.
How come yours is not like round?
I know, yours is really round, Aunty Tess.
Yes.
Yours is really, I think, Mum, no shade to you because obviously I know how you do it, but I need to take some notes on how Aunty Tess does it.
Lucky your mommy doesn't soak.
I know.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
really not like that at all.
No.
Which I like. So, Aunty Tess, how long have you been in Australia? I was wondering.
27 years. This coming 23rd, more than half of my life actually.
Wow. Okay, I definitely cannot compete with their rolling. I'll just do my best. Mine will be the wonky ones.
Come on, just do your own thing. I'll do my own thing.
This one's a bit skinny. Uh-oh. I don't know if I should continue.
No, you just keep trying and then
Okay, I'll make the next one.
more
bigger.
practice is makes you.
I'm scared.
Yeah, that's why I like to make my own spring roll because
Yeah.
it's we put so much, stuff inside.
Yeah.
The one that you buy is not really. I
You
need
don't
to
know. You don't know how fresh it is. You don't know. And honestly, it's pretty cheap to make as well. So
Yeah.
spring rolls are something, if you're experimenting with Asian cooking for the first time, I feel like this
Yeah.
is something to try. It's really beginner friendly and hard to mess up. So that's my first one, so skinny. Sorry. That's a failure.
Like I said, the more you make, the more you get make it perfect.
This is the brand. We highly recommend. It's really easy to separate and so less wastage. You won't have to throw any away because you messed up. Well, how old were you when you left home? And what was it like to move?
Oh, miss with my siblings and my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually you do, because we are really resilient people.
Yeah.
We adjust. It takes
Quickly.
time,
It
but
takes- yeah.
it's part of growing up. I suppose
Yeah.
you have to accept that
It
you're
is
not.
for a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah, it was sad at first.
Yeah.
It takes time to adjust.
It took me five years to get like the Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
For you, it would have been like a culture shock, to go
Yeah.
from a place that is so community and family and love and
Yeah.
respect to just a place that's a bit more reserved and like people stay to themselves.
See, it was
in
just
Australia.
different because even your next door neighbor, you don't even know.
I know. That's nice.
And then I had one Filipina. I met one Filipina and I met whole lots of you just you just have to meet one Filipina and they introduce you with
It's true.
more Filipinos with your own
Yeah.
your own culture. Then party, busy party, and you meet all the people.
So why do you think Filipinos love to stay with other Filipinos? Is it because it reminds them of home, or just why do you think?
Well, they just like to party.
Yes.
I think so. We
Party
just love our
and-
own culture.
Yeah.
Have a laugh.
Yeah. Eat good
Australian
food.
party is not really. It's not really party. It's not
It's
really.
just very different.
Not really. It's, yeah,
It's
just
very
different.
different.
The cooler it is, it's better.
Yeah, the cooler the better. So if you can let it cool completely before wrapping.
Oh.
The adobo has been cooking. As you can hear, it's boiling, and the chicken looks very tender. 4 spoons of honey, and this is honey from the farmer's market. That's 4, right? 1 more. The honey is Aunty Tess's special touch. All right, let's stir this. Aunty Tess, you also said you wanted to add cornflour to thicken it up.
Once that is there well
Okay.
and taste it before we put the corn flour.
Aunty Tess, I
Yeah.
thought that vinegar was also in chicken adobo.
You can, but you don't have to as well.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Everyone's,
Right.
yeah.
So that's something again that could be, you might hear that vinegar is in it, but again,
Yeah.
it's just up to your own taste and
Yeah.
your family's recipe. I completely trust Aunty Tess and what she does because it is literally some of the best adobo I have ever had in my life. Sorry, Mum.
It's optional. You can put some carrots in it and sweet potato. I put sometimes, but this time I didn't add anything of that.
This sauce with rice is literally not one thing better on the face of this earth.
This is nice with the rice dishes.
Yeah,
Dan.
just that sauce with rice.
Nice.
What
Now,
about
I
the
got-
black peppercorns? Do you put those anymore?
Not round one. I
You
already
don't?
put some.
Because growing up when you put the black
Yeah.
peppercorn, I always was so
I
scared
stopped putting that because
really?
of Uncle Gary and
Oh, you
Grandma.
didn't like it either?
No, I do, but
Yeah.
they end up biting it and
Yeah,
it's
and
hot
then you're
for them.
scared. So this is what it's looking like now. As you can see, it is quite watery. So Aunty Tess is going to add some corn flour. Yes, water and corn flour to make that mixture. Make a little corn flour slurry and then you put that in.
Do you use?
Give that 2 minutes. It's like coconut cream.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Next time I will make
Yes, we'll
chicken
have to
adobo
try
or
it.
pork adobo
Yeah.
with coconut cream in it.
So we do that a mix, and you'll see like almost immediately that texture change. So 2 minutes,
it's done.
and it's done. And so we're just going to finish wrapping the lumpia. We have about half or less than half of the mixture left, and we'll probably get through the second packet of wrappers. We're frying the spring rolls. Aunty Tess apparently doesn't have like a shallow, flat fry pan.
No.
So we're doing it in this. Of course, you could deep fry, shallow fry in a fry pan. You're frying each spring roll until it's golden brown. You want it to be evenly coated so that it's crunchy the whole way around. My problem sometimes is I'll fry it, you know, the top will get fried, the bottom will get fried, and then the sides, if it's not enough oil or you don't spin it around enough, the sides won't be as crispy. It's still crispy, it's still delicious, but if you want to perfect the frying, do an even golden coat. And so once they're done and crispy all around, you just transfer it to a plate with paper towel so that the excess oil can be absorbed by the paper towel, and then it will be extra crispy. Look at all the different sizes. That's 3 people represented right there. So Aunty Tess was just saying that the reason why they're so crispy, like if you really take a look, of course spring rolls always look crispy and delicious, but these, like, you just know they're going to be crispy all around. You're going to bite into that. We'll bite into it and let you hear the crunch. But she said the reason why is because she drained it. So she says that even if you think, oh, there's not much moisture there, drain it, because it will always help for it to be as dry as possible. And remember, to let it cool all the way is always good too. Right, Aunty Tess?
Correct, darling.
Once these are all fried, we will finally be ready to enjoy this delicious meal. I'm so excited. This is my first time eating adobo in such a long time, and oh, I am so excited. Thank you so much, Aunty Tess.
You're
for cooking
welcome,
this
sweetie.
today. With lumpia, chicken adobo, and rice. Aunty
Yum.
Tess's trio of rice grains. Absolutely delicious. We can't wait to dig in. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Aunty Tess. I'm so happy that I know the recipe now.
Dig in, everyone.
Nice, darling.
That sauce, the garlic.
I love the sweetness.
No, the honey is so good.
Oh, okay, let's taste the honey.
Yeah, the one you said. This is natural.
I like it. That is beautiful.
I really love the cabbage.
She should invite me for dinner.
I forgot about that.
Been out in the
That
boat.
was nice. Yeah.
That's it. This
Or
one,
unpack that.
Uncle Gar said, oh, call your niece.